Hello everyone, my name is Abdullah Zahwan from Indonesia and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, today's video, we are going to continue our previous video, how do we convert from Figma to Flutter. So, let's get started. So, first thing first, make sure you have watched my previous video, which is part 1, I have create or I have convert home screen from Figma to Flutter. And in part 2, I have convert send parcel screen, which is we have 3 screen on that Figma file. And today's video, we are going to convert the another screen, which is parcel center. Let's open our Figma file. Alright, so previously we have converted this, which is home screen, my parcel, and part 2 we have convert send parcel screen, which is we have 3 screen right here, and the last but not least, we want to convert this file, which is parcel center, and as we can see, we have like a map view, and for this tutorial, we will use Google Map Flutter, so we will follow CodeLab from Google. Alright, so the next step is let's download the starter project for part 3, or you can continue the final project from part 2, link in the description below. And if you have downloaded the starter project, you will see at least 3 folders. And in this folder, we have assets, starter, and final. You can continue your previous project, which is part 2 final, or you can use this starter project. We will focus on this asset folder, and in this assets folder, we will see like 3 files, location.dat, and then location.json, and the last one is iconmarker.png. And that file export from this Figma, which is this for our marker. And let's open our project using your favorite IDE. Alright, so this is our project, and when we open at the first time, we will see like error right here. And as usual, we just need to get our dependencies, Flutter pubget, and wait a second. Alright, and let's see our design. And from the design, as we can see, it's kind of like usual screen. We have title, and then below that we have map view, and below that we have a list of our like courier store or parcel store, as many nearby store. Alright, and today's video we will also follow CodeLabs from Google. So the CodeLab links in the description below. So the title is adding Google Maps to our Flutter app. So this is the app. We will modify and just next and next again. And as usual, this kind of like create a new project, and we will focus on this adding Google Map Flutter plugin as a dependency. So we just need to copy this, and in our terminal we want to add dependencies using Flutter pub add, and just copy in the package name, which is Google Maps Flutter, and just enter. Wait a second. Yeah, as we can see. And for this CodeLab, also covering for Google Maps in Flutter Web, but in this tutorial I don't follow. And the important thing is configuring iOS platform. So the minimum version is 11. So we just need to go to our pod file, which is on iOS folder, and then pod file, and we just need to uncomment this line, change to 11, and let's see again the tutorial. Yeah, look like this. Just need to uncomment and set it to 11. And for the Android, so we just need to open build.gradle, open Android folder, app, and then build Gradle. And as we can see, minimum SDK, as usual, Flutter now set it to 21, so we just need to modify that. But if your Flutter not like this, you just need to change to minimum is 20, and just next. And the important thing is we need to generate API or API key for our Google Map SDK, and we can see we need to create a project on Google Cloud Platform, and then we need to enable Map SDK for Android and Map SDK for iOS. So you can go to Google Cloud Platform and then you need to create new project. And then you need to, what we say right here, you need to enable Google Map SDK for Android and Google Map SDK for iOS. So look like this, enable API, Map SDK for Android and Map SDK for iOS. And if you have enabled two SDK, you just need to go to API and service and then credential. And inside this, you need to create a new credential if you haven't yet create. So it will have key here, and this key will paste on your Android and iOS folder, which is on Android. We paste on Android manifest, and on iOS folder, we paste that key on a app.diligent.swift. So you need to replace with your own key. Look like this, and go to source and Android manifest, and we just need to copy this, what we say, below this, and replace API key with your own, paste here. And then on iOS, we need to go to app delegate, which is iOS runner app.delegate.swift, and this inside our bool statement. So copy this, all right, and replace with your own key. And the important thing is you need to import Google Map on the top, look like this. And yeah, the step is look like this, and this for web app, but for now I don't follow this for web. All right, so the next step is we go to our lib folder, and inside that, inside our screen folder, let's create a new file, name it as parcel center screen.dart. And inside that file, let's create a new stateful widget, name it as parcel center screen, and let's import material, and let's see the design. And in this design, we will see like a title, so it's similar with the previous, so we just need to copy from send parcel screen. We will copy this and replace this one, remove this, and we go to screen.dart and export here, and go to main, go to app, and change this to parcel center, and let's run our app. All right, so look like this, but we need to change to parcel center, and now we see parcel center. And the next step is we need to copy our assets, which is 3 file, and paste inside our asset folder. And for location.dat, we need to move to lib folder, and we need to create a new folder, name it as source, and move location to source, and go to asset folder again. For the icon marker, move to image, and look like this. And the next step is we need to go to our pubspec.yaml, and we need to declare new assets, which is assets slash, because we want to call our location.dat, location.json, and we need to pubget, look like this. And we see error right here. So we go to the tutorial again, next, and we see right here, we need to add a new package. So let's go to terminal, flutter pub add http, and the next is flutter pub add JSON serializable for declaring object structure for representing JSON document, and HTTP used for what we say is a HTTP for making HTTP requests easily. And the next is a build runner to generate our location.g.dat. So let's copy this, paste here, and let's open pubspec.yaml. And now, as we can see, we see build learner on a dev dependencies, and HTTP and JSON serializable on dependencies. So the next step is we want to generate our location.g.dart. So we need to copy this and open terminal, paste here, and it will run look like this. And now we see one file which is locations.g.dart. And now we don't see error again on this location.dart. And let's close. Alright, and let's see the design. And in our design, we have like a small map view, which is 2020 and 327. So for that, let's go to our list view and let's see the distance between that. So we say 29, and below of our size box, we can use size box again. For the height, set it to 2021, and we use child, and for the child we use Google Map, and it will import for us Google Map Flutter. And inside this Google Map, what we can add like key and then controller and so on. So for that, let's see in the tutorial what we need to add. So let's add this inside our state. Alright, and we need to import. So import our source and then location. So we name it as location. So we don't see error again. And inside our Google Map, we can use this. And let's restart our app. And now we see small map. And the next step is we need to change the marker. So what we need to do is inside our asynchronous function here, we need to declare bitmap descriptor, and we say custom icon equal with await asynchronous using bitmap descriptor dot from asset image. And inside this, we need to say image configuration and asset name. We say size, we say again 24, 24. And for the asset, we say asset image and icon marker.png look like this. So I think, yeah, look like this. And inside our marker here, we can say icon and we call custom icon. And let's restart our app. But as we can see, our map can scroll, just zoom in. So what we see right here, so let's wrap our list view using, or we just need to change this to column and wrap our column using widget. What we say, single child scroll view, and let's restart. And now our map can scroll, and I think inside our column, we say cross axis alignment, set it to start. Alright, so the next step is we need to create this list of parcel office. So let's try to create a new custom widget. So inside our widget, create a new file, name it as my parcel office.dart, and let's create as stateful, name it as my parcel office, and import material. And I think it's similar with what we say, similar with my parcel. So let's go to home screen and scroll down. So for this we see return padding. So copy this and paste here, and let's try to import this and see the design again. Alright, so no, we don't need to copy this all, so we just need to what we say, use container again. And for padding, we use 16, all 16, and inside that we have a column using child, and inside this column we have children, and for the first children is row. So inside this row we have text widget. So the size is 12 medium. What we say, copy this. We call style, time of text theme, I think headline 5. We can see the theme 12 medium, headline 5. So try to implement here my parcel office. Remove this. And now we see, and inside our container, we use the height is 165, and we use decoration using box decoration because we have border radius circular 4, and for the color we use background color, and for the box shadow we say like spread radius, and we can see from here 0, 0, 0, blur radius 10, offset 0.0, and for color we use from our theme, which is shadow color, and add cons here. And now we see a little shadow, and maybe we add size box here 24, look like this. And the next widget is a text widget again. Inside our my parcel office, here we say, and we need to say right here main axis alignment space between to give a space. All right, and for the textile 10 medium, so we see 10 medium is headline 6. Copy this. All right, we see available 24 in week. So below that we have what we say right here is column widget. Below our row widget we say column widget again, and we say children using text. And for the first tag is our office name, and below that text again using this office address. And yeah, and inside our column widget we say cross axis alignment start, and inside our column we say cross axis alignment 2, and for main axis alignment for the parent we say space between. What we see from this to this 19. Yeah, for now we use space between first, and we use style 12 bold, so it's like a headline 4. Let's see, headline 4 is 12 and bold, and the next is a medium, so headline 5. So we copy from the previous, copy this, paste here, and now we see. And below that we add column again, but for the first children is text widget again, and we say fully occupied. And for the style it's like a 12 medium, so headline 5. And now we see fully occupied, and below that we have a linear progress, so we can use from previous. In the next time maybe we'll create a styling for our linear, so everywhere we need we just need to call our style. All right, so we can copy from our home screen. So copy this and go to my parcel office, and below of our text widget, and what we see, our height is 5, and yeah, it's similar. And now we see, and for the cross axis alignment we say start again, and yeah, look like this, our list. So at least we have this code, and then this available, and let's see what's happened on this. So what we say, we need to declare at least this parcel office code, and next is a parcel office hour, parcel office name, parcel office address, and we name it this as what we say status, and parcel office that number maybe, and here as usual code, and then name, and then address, our that, and what we say stat number. All right, and let's change this to parcel code, so we can say widget parcel code, and this widget dot parcel hour, this widget dot parcel name, address, this state, and this number. So this to what we say. So here double dot parse this, and let's go to partial center screen, replace this. And for this, let's copy this. And for this, copy this address, copy and paste here. And this maybe 1.0 and add cons here. And let's duplicate this and copy from here, copy this, and this maybe 0.2 or 0.3 and restart. And now we see look like this. And maybe we need to add margin inside our container, maybe here. So let's see, the margin is 16 only, bottom 16. And now we see, and I want to try what's happened when we add another. Yeah, we still can scroll. Alright, so here we add 3 dummy lists and restart our app, and we can scroll up and scroll down. But when we scrolling on the map, nothing's happen. We can do scrolling on our map view. So let's try to fix this problem. And inside our Google Map widget, we can say gesture recognizer. But before that, we need to import. The first one is a foundation, and the next one is a gesture.dat. And let's back to our Google Map. And here we can use bracket, and we say factory. We call one sequence gesture recognizer. And what we say here, we use eager gesture detector. Eager gesture recognizer. We see error right here. Not bracket, just this. And let's try to restart our app. And we see our marker. We can scroll up, scroll down. And let's scrolling on our map. So it's working. Let's zoom in. Alright, it's working. So we just need to call this gesture recognizer using this value. And let's see the design. Yeah, look like this. So I think it's similar, but for this tutorial, I use a dummy data, which is this kind of like from Google data, from CodeLab, which is adding Google Maps to Flutter app. So I think that's enough my video today. If you have any questions or comment, write it down on the comment field. And if you want to download the final project for this tutorial, link in the description below. Thank you so much and see you again on the next video.